Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me for these yoga sessions today. And today we're going to be doing yoga for fertility and easy conception as requested. Just a little disclaimer before we start. This class is suitable for absolutely everybody, but postures are particularly very benefit for increasing the fertility in women. We're going to begin with a little meditation, clearing all the chakras in our system, as well as a little breathing exercise. And the disclaimer here is, if you are in your period, please skip the breathing exercise. And as well, if you found that you're pregnant already, you don't need to do the breathing exercise, please. So you can still do the meditation, but skip the breathing exercise. So let's begin in the most comfortable seated position for now. And you can get yourself a big pillow and a couple of blocks if you have at home. If not, you can just grab a thick book that we can use instead of a block. And feel free to prop yourself onto the pillow or maybe sit on top of a block. Anything that's going to make you feel comfortable for the next few minutes. And bringing one leg in front of the other, easy pose, Sukhasana. Gently closing the eyes and resting the hands on top of the knees with the palms facing down. Beginning to observe the body, beginning to observe the thoughts. Letting go of any tensions from the day before. Trying to relax completely. Observing the breath without controlling it, noticing whether the inhale is the same length as the exhale, noticing the way the breath travels from the nose all the way down to the base of the spine, and exhale from the base of the spine, traveling all the way up and exhaling through the nose. And again, inhale from the nose, all the way down to the base of the spine, and exhale from the base of the spine, all the way up through the nose. Now bring your awareness to the sitting bones, making the connection with the earth, feeling firmly grounded. Your feet touching the ground, and gently visualize that both sitting bones are closing together, and the pubic bone and the tailbone also closing together, keeping a lock in the root chakra. And if you're not aware of what the pelvic muscles are also, some people call them the bathroom muscles. So every time I refer to closing the pelvic muscles, just imagine that the sitting bones and the pubic bone and the coccyx are 4 doors of elevator. We're closing the doors of the elevator, and when I instruct you, we're going to release that. So we're going to begin with a gentle visualization of the breath going all the way down to the base of the spine and inviting the color red, visualizing a red color and being aware of its sound, which is long. And reminding yourself that I let go of my insecurities, and I envision my blood flowing through my body, healing and nourishing. I am grounded and centered. I am fully supported by the Mother Earth in this fertility journey. Now bringing your awareness a little bit higher, just below the navel, and inviting the color orange maybe feeling a little fluttering right below the navel, and keep inviting the color orange, being aware of its sound. I respect my body's boundaries, and I'm a creative, and I have the ability to create great things in life. I envision my reproductive organs vibrant and healthy. Keep sending the breath into the point just below the navel with the color orange. And now bringing the awareness a little bit higher above the navel in the solar plexus, inviting the color yellow. Yellow like the sun, bright and strong, and being aware of its sound. Ram. And mentally repeating after myself, I am powerful. I am in control of my actions. I make all the right choices. And I envision my digestive system taking in the food and my thoughts and transforming them into nourishing energy for my body and my future baby. I am powerful and I am in control of my actions. I make all the right choices. Now gently bringing the awareness into the chest and the heart chakra, inviting the color green. Imagine big land of green fields. I am being aware of its sound. Yum. And mentally repeat after me. I am worthy of love. Every action has a positive intention. The core of my being is pure and innocent. I release any guilt within myself. I am grateful for this heart pumping blood through my body, for its hard work, day and night. I am worthy of love. And the core of my being is pure and innocent. Now gently bring the awareness into the throat and the throat chakra and invite the color blue, being aware of its sound. Hum. Mentally tell yourself, I am honest with myself. I work to balance my life. I speak the truth effortlessly. I communicate my feelings surrounding my fertility journey in a clear and loving way. I am honest with myself, and I speak the truth effortlessly. Now gently bringing the awareness between the eyebrows in the middle of the forehead, where the third eye is, and inviting the color blue. Being aware of its sound. Mentally say to yourself, I let go of my lack of focus. I let go of my fear of succeeding. My vision is clear. My dreams are clear. Keep envisioning the color purple and mentally repeating to yourself, I let go of my lack of focus, and I let go of my fear of succeeding. Now gently bringing the awareness to the crown of the head and mentally repeating to yourself, I am connected to my Creator. I am peaceful because I feel the connection. I am calm, centered, and clear. I am fertile. Visualizing a bright light coming from the top, reaching the crown of the head, entering the full body, and repeating after me, I am connected to my Creator. I am peaceful because I feel the connection, and I am calm, centered, and clear. I am fertile. And may you go forward in peace. Taking a few more moments here. Bringing your awareness back to the breath. And at your own pace, when you're ready, gently open the eyes. We're going to prepare for our breathing exercise. Gently bringing your hands on top of the lower abdominal, and notice how with each inhale the belly rises, and with each exhale it lowers down. We're going to begin with the breathing exercises which focuses on the exhale. You would inhale but fairly unnoticeably, and with a rapid exhale we're going to squeeze the belly in, exhaling all the air out. So inhale deeply and start exhaling. Inhale. One more time for 8 times. Inhale deeply. And inhale again. And one more time for 8 times. Inhale deeply. Relax and inhale and exhale. This breathing technique is very powerful in bringing the energy to flow in the lower abdominals and warming up all the reproductive organs. Also, it's very good for boosting metabolism and boosting all the hormones, endocrine system, which would help us with the reproductive organs and the fertility. So just observing the effects of the pranayama now for a second before we are ready to start our warming up exercises. And we're going to begin our warming up exercises with the first pose, which is child's pose. So coming to all fours, bringing the big toes together, spreading the knees apart, and you can bring the pillow in between your legs and just relax the chest, bringing the hips on top of the heels and the chest on top of the pillow, relaxing into our child's pose. And while we're in child's pose, we would do some pelvic floor exercises. So inhale, closing all four doors of the elevator. Exhale, lifting the elevator up towards the belly button. Inhale, gently, very slowly releasing. And exhale, lengthening the muscle as if you're trying to go to the toilet. One more time. Inhale, close. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, slowly release. And exhale, lengthen the muscles. Inhale, close. Exhale, squeeze up. Inhale, release gently and slowly. And exhale, lengthen as if you're trying to gently push. Inhale, close. Exhale, squeeze up, lift up. Inhale, slowly release. And exhale, lengthen the muscle. And just relaxing back to our normal state. Pelvic floor exercises are really beneficial to connect us to the pelvic floor muscles, which are not visible muscles, so sometimes it's very difficult to connect to it. But learning how to contract as well as release and also lengthen would ultimately teach us how to control the pelvic floor muscles, and instead of always squeezing as we normally do in our daily life, we learn how to relax as well, which is very important for conceiving, also eventually for childbirth. And spending just a couple of more breaths here, thinking of relaxing the pelvic muscles, relaxing the hips, relaxing the lower back, also relaxing the mind. And gently, with the strong arms, pushing yourself up, removing the pillow from underneath. And we're going to begin with cat and cow. Inhale, lifting the tailbone towards the ceiling, arching the back, maybe bending the elbows, opening the chest. Exhale, tailbone down, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, tailbone up, arch the back, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, tailbone down, round the back, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, arch the back, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, rounding up, bringing the chin towards the chest. One more time. Inhale, arch, open the front. Exhale, rounding up, chin to chest. And coming back to last one, opening up. And exhale, rounding back. Coming back to your neutral, and now tilting the right hand towards the ceiling, and exhale, dropping the right shoulder on the mat. Feeling the stretch of the side body. Inhale, gently push yourself back up, and now inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left shoulder on the mat. And gently begin to think of pushing yourself back up to neutral. And now start walking your hands in front of you, just letting the chest hang like in a hammock. If it's available for you, maybe you can drop the elbows on the mat. And maybe if it's available, you can drop the chest as well. And the front of the chin can touch the mat, the part of the chin that you can see on the mirror usually. Allowing for the shoulders to open, allowing for the back to open, And gently use the strength of your arms to come back to all fours position. Now just starting to circle the hips, gently bringing warmth into the hips, gently bringing movement. Maybe you can feel some cracks there. Slowly to one side, and now changing the side, circling the hips to the other side. And 2 more here. And coming back to center, now extending the left leg out and bringing the right arm out in front of you as well, balancing only on the opposite arm and leg, trying to maintain square hips, so left hip is not raising higher than the right one. They're staying centered, looking forward and down, maintaining strong back and strong core, and drop back. Now right leg and left arm coming out, balancing, pushing the mat away with your hands, pointing the toes towards the mat, maintaining strong core. And exhale, drop back. Now tilting the right hip towards the right side and looking over towards the right shoulder, and the other side, left hip looking over from the left side, and again right side, going back towards the left side. Next time, extending the left leg on the right side outside of the mat and reaching, looking towards the right side, trying to look at the left leg. Come back to neutral, extending the right leg on the outside of the left side of the mat and looking over from the left side, trying to see the toes, and coming back to neutral, all 4 positions. Now tuck your toes and send the hips towards the ceiling, maybe keeping bent knees at first, pushing the mat away with your hands. If it's available for you, you can straighten the legs or you can paddle them out first to warm up the hamstrings. It's important to maintain straight back. Legs can be bent. Inhale, bend the knee, the right knee, and start circling the knee, circling the hip, opening the hip, warming up through the hip joint to neutralize the effects of the day. Now lift the knee towards the ceiling and point the right toes on the left side of the mat, trying to stack the right hip on top of the left. Now drop the leg back down, bend the left knee and start circling to open the joint. Now lift the knee up and point the left toes towards the mat on the opposite side, stacking the left hip on top of the right, opening the left hip flexors. And coming back to downward dog, gently walking the feet towards the front of the mat and staying in a forward fold for a few breaths, allowing the body to open, maybe hugging the elbows together, swaying from side to side, moving slowly in the beginning, staying with the breath, reminding ourselves that this is a moving meditation. Spending a couple of more breaths here. And gently maybe bending the knees, rolling all the way up, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, palms touching in front of heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, push the air away. Bring the arms behind, clasp the palms together. Open the chest and bring the chest towards the knees. Exhale, drop the hands on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And inhale, coming back all the way up. Exhale, palms touching, heart center. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale, bring the arms behind. Inhale, clasp the palms together, open the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the chest on top of the thighs. Exhale, drop the hands on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And inhale, rolling all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the hands behind, clasp the palms together. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bend the knees, bringing the chest on top of the thighs. Exhale, bringing the hands on the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale here. And stepping back the left foot. Coming into low lunge, opening the chest, bringing the right foot back on your knees. Inhale, arch the back, chin and chest on the mat. Coming to cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back into downward dog. And inhale, right leg between the arms, dropping the left knee, open the chest, stepping forward. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale, roll all the way up. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right leg back, drop the knee, open the chest, low lunge. Exhale, left leg back on your knees. Inhale, reach down, cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes, come back to downward dog. Inhale, left foot stepping forward, low lunge. Right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale, roll all the way up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, drop the knee, open the chest. Maybe clasp the arms behind and open the chest even more if that's available to you. Remember, please don't feel any pinching sensation in the lower back. Drop the arms back, send the knee back, arch the back, chin and chest to the mat, cobra. And coming to downward dog. Inhale, right foot stepping forward, drop the left knee, low lunge. And bring the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg step back, drop the knee, low lunge. Clasp the palms behind, open the chest even more. Exhale, hands on the mat, step the left foot back, arch the back, chin and chest on the mat. Cobra. Inhale, downward dog. And inhale, bringing the left foot forward, drop the back knee, open the chest, low lunge. Stepping the right foot forward into forward fold, and inhale, rolling all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. And just hopping or stepping the feet hips distance apart. Bringing the arms on the waist. Inhale, straight back, and with the exhale, lower the chest down and hold on to the big toes in a forward fold, spending 5 breaths here. 3, lifting the kneecaps, activating the quads muscles. 4, last breath, look forward, exhale here. And inhale, bring the hands on the waist and come all the way up. Now, hugging the elbows behind and opening the legs up to the other side, facing the back of the mat now, sinking forward, chin on top of the right thigh. Remember, hips are square here, both hips facing the front. Spending 5 breaths here. 3, gazing down towards the big toe. 4, and last breath coming back up. Now just change the feet, make sure the hips are square towards the front. Inhale, with the exhale, sink the chest towards the left thigh, gazing towards the big toe, feeling the opening of the hamstrings and the back side of the body, and coming back up, stepping forward, Samasthiti. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back, drop the knees, arch the back, chin and chest to the mat, cobra. Inhale, tuck the toes, downward dog. And exhale, bringing the right foot forward, dropping the left heel naturally, coming back to warrior one. Bending the front knee, making sure the hips are facing the front. If you need to step the left foot a little bit out to the side, that's okay. And now preparing to shift all the way on the front leg. If you need to take a block, place it in front of you, coming to warrior three, lifting the back leg, toes pointing towards the mat, maintaining body in one straight line. If you don't need a block, you can easily bring the hands, palms touching in front of heart center, balancing only on one leg. And exhale, dropping the arms on the mat, lifting the left leg towards the ceiling, bending the knee, and now grabbing hold of the ankle with the right hand, stretching the quads. And now dropping the right hand back on the mat and changing. Left hand is grabbing hold of the ankle, gazing towards the right hand on the floor, but trying to open the left side of the body. Knee is lifting towards the ceiling. And exhale, coming back to downward to forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, reaching up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, drop the knees. Inhale, arch the back, chin and chest to the mat, cobra. Inhale, coming back to downward dog. This time bringing the left foot forward, dropping the back heel naturally. And inhale, coming back up to warrior one. Remember, hips are facing forwards. If you need to bend the back knee, it's okay, as long as there's no compression in the lower back. And now prepare to shift all the weight on the front leg, coming back to warrior three. If you need a block, please take a block to balance, lifting the right leg up with the toes pointing down. Both hips are leveled, so right hip is not higher than the left one. If you feel like you don't need a block, you can simply bring the hands to heart center in front of you, keeping body in one line. And exhale, dropping the hands on the mat, lifting the leg towards the ceiling, bending the knee, and now grabbing hold with the left hand onto the right ankle, dropping back the left hand on the mat. And now right hand is holding onto the right ankle, gazing down towards the left hand, but opening up the right body, lifting into a back bend on the right side. Now exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Now prepare, we're gonna open up to the side, stepping the right foot to the right side in a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower the chest towards the floor. You can grab a block and rest the hands on the block if that's easier for you. Or if you're feeling fairly open in the hamstring, you can simply bring the hands on the waist and drop the head maybe on top of the block for a support, allowing some time for the body to open the hamstrings at the back, activating the kneecaps, lifting the quads muscles there to support the hamstrings. Staying for 2 more breaths. Inhale, remove the block away and gently coming back up. Wiggling the toes and the heels slightly inwards, so this time opening the toes to the outside. Exhale, bend the knees, coming to wide open squats. Visualizing the knees coming out to the side, placing the hands on the knees and dipping the right shoulder in. Feeling the opening on the side body, coming back to center, and now dipping the left shoulder in. Strong legs, keep pushing the knees towards the outside. Knees and toes are in line. And now bringing Yoni Mudra, which is bringing the index and thumb together in a little diamond shape. And inhale, straightening the legs, taking the arms up. Exhale, bending the knees, bringing Yoni Mudra down. Inhale up. Exhale, flowing the feminine energy down, up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, flowing down in a natural female cycle. And holding Yoni Mudra for a second. And again, coming back up and stepping forward to the front of our mat. Coming to our mountain pose, keeping here for 2-3 breaths, observing the effects of the postures so far, the state of the body, the emotional state. And gently inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold, touch the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, drop the knees, arch the back, chin and chest to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Coming back to downward dog. And inhale, bringing the right leg between the arms, opening out the back leg, finding balance and coming to warrior 2 on the right side, reaching the arms to either side of the room, gazing towards the front fingers, trying to maintain the body in the center. Both knees are opening out to the side. And again, looking for our block, trying to transfer the weight onto the front leg, opening out the leg this time to the side, opening the chest to the side, stretching the arm out towards the ceiling. And if we're comfortable here, we can change the gaze as well and start looking towards the left arm. Exhale, come down to forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, drop the knees. Arch the back, chin and chest to the mat. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward between the arms, dropping the right leg out, opening out to the side, finding balance, coming to warrior 2 on the left side. Both knees are opening out to the side, gazing towards the front, left fingers. And now preparing to transfer the weight onto the left leg, finding the block, placing it a little forward. Open the right leg out, toes pointing towards the wall in front of us, opening the chest, reaching the right arm up. And if we're comfortable here, maybe changing the gaze as well, looking up towards the fingers. Good job. Exhale, coming down to forward fold. And inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And again, taking mountain pose for 3 breaths, observing the effects of the postures, observing the state of the body, the emotional state of the mind, the heartbeat, the breath. And coming down to seated on the mat, bringing the legs extended in front of us, bringing the arms on the outside of the hips, pointing the toes towards the ceiling, slightly tucking the chin towards the chest. Open the chest forward and stay here for 7 breaths, firmly grounding the sitting bones, activating the quad muscles, lifting the kneecaps, engaging the root chakra, engaging Mula Bandha, the pelvic muscles, squeezing the pelvic muscles. And now bending the knees, placing the hands slightly behind us. Inhale, lifting into reverse tabletop, reaching the heart up towards the ceiling, strong legs, toes are pointing forward. Exhale, dropping the hips. Now extend the legs in front of you with the toes touching, hands slightly behind. Inhale, lift the hips up, open the chest, and if you can, place the toes on the mat as well. Strong legs, strong core, strong arms, everything strong. Exhale, lower down. Now coming down to lying, bending the knees, bringing the heels on the outside of the hips. Toes are pointing forward, hands are reaching towards the heel, making space in the neck. And inhale, lifting the hips up, clasping the palms together behind the back. Now here, trying to not to engage the glutes a lot, but lifting through the inner thighs. Imagine you have a block in between your legs and trying to squeeze the block in. Opening the chest, toes are pointing forward, engaging the inner thighs. 2 more breaths. And lower down. Now, if this position was challenging already, you can repeat the same one. If it was comfortable, we can come to a full wheel, extending the arms behind you, placing the palms on the outside of the ears, elbows facing towards the ceiling, toes facing forward. Inhale, lifting on top of the crown. And one more time, inhale, opening the chest, again engaging inner thighs, imagining you have a block between the thighs, trying to squeeze. Opening the shoulders, lifting the chest up. Exhale, come down to crown of the head, and slowly, vertebra by vertebra, coming all the way down to lying on your back again. Now, cross the legs in front of you and dropping the legs to the right side first, giving a little rotation in the spine to release the back muscles from the back bend, neutralizing. And gently bringing the legs back to center. Change the cross and dropping the legs to the opposite side. And bringing the legs back to center, coming back to seated. And now inhale for a long spine, grab onto the big toes, and exhale, sinking the chest towards the legs into a seated forward fold. Inhale, coming back up. Now bend the right leg and drop the knee to the side. Again, reaching forward for the feet. And exhale, bringing the chest towards the leg. Gently inhale, come back up. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee, and drop the knee to the side. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lower the chest towards the right leg, holding onto the foot in front of you. Very relaxing and restorative pose. Inhale, gently lifting back up. And now coming to a wide-legged forward fold, maybe bringing the pillow in front of you, pointing the toes towards the ceiling, and relaxing the chest on top of the pillow, allowing gravity to sink the body into this position, activating the kneecaps, activating the quads here. Keep pointing the toes towards the ceiling and keep relaxing the chest. Two more breaths. Now inhale, gently come back up. Bend the knees in front of you, touch the soles of the feet, and allow the knees to drop to the side, creating a little diamond shape with your legs. Now again, bring your pillow if you want to in front of you and allow the chest to sink in between your legs, allowing gravity to pull the knees to the side. With each exhale, the knees are dropping more and more towards the ground. visualizing the pelvic muscles softening, relaxing, visualizing the base of the spine, maybe feeling a little warmth there. Inhale, gently coming back up. Remove the pillow. Now close the right leg and rotate from the hip internally with the toes pointing back. The foot is on the side of your hip, extending the left foot out. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Bring the chest towards the left thigh muscles. Gently pushing yourself back up. Undo the leg and now bend the left knee, bringing the foot on the outside of the hip with the toes pointing back. And forward fold to the right leg this time. And gently with the strength of your arms, pushing yourself back to seated. Now preparing for shoulder stand, coming to lying on your back and kicking the legs behind you into an egg shape. Bringing the palms on the back with the elbows squeezing as close as possible together, tightening the core muscles, lifting the legs up, and staying here for 10 breaths. Squeezing the inner legs together, engaging the pelvic muscles, closing the pelvic muscles in order to engage the abdominals. And after 10 breaths, dropping the toes behind with the toenails touching the floor into Halasana, plow pose, clasping the palms behind to help open the chest, staying for another 10 breaths here. Again, engaging the inner thighs and the pelvic muscle for the abdominals to keep us up and keep the chest open rather than rounding the back. And when you're ready to come back, remember to come back very gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering all the way down on your back. Excellent. Now bringing the hands underneath the hips, extending the legs, bringing the elbows close together, lifting the chest towards the ceiling, and maybe placing the crown of the head on the floor to neutralize the shoulder stand. Remaining with the breath, observing the breath. And when you're ready, gently coming out of the position. Now bringing your pillow close to the wall. Sit sideways on the pillow with the hips as close as possible to the wall. And then rotate the legs up the wall with the back lying on the floor and the hips lifted on your pillow. Open the arms out. And again, staying here for 10 breaths in this very restorative pose, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body, noticing the breath, slowing down. Observing the silence. And gently begin to think of the best way for you to come out of this position, bending the knees first and sliding the legs to the side, coming to lying on your side and pushing yourself up, coming to your mat again, placing the pillow underneath your back. Bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to drop to the side. Maybe bringing one hand to heart center and one hand to your abdominals, connecting the feminine, the creative side with the heart center, and reminding yourself that you are worthy of love and you're creative. You're able to create great things in life. The core of your being is pure and innocent. You're able to speak your truth effortlessly because you're connected to the Creator. You're supported by the Mother Earth. And a couple of more breaths in this position. And just begin to think of the best way to bring the pillow away, preparing to go into our final position, Savasana, lying on our back. At your own pace. Now gently begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Maybe bringing gentle micro movements to your toes and your fingers. And at your own pace, when you're ready, you can roll to one side and come back to seated. Thank you so much for practicing with me today.